Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome back to Intuitive Energies and another reading, another need read. Need read, what does that mean? Needed, enlightenment, empowerment, discovered. And what a great card today to come out for the need read, especially with the word discovered, because the Two of Wands is contemplating and thinking innovatively at things. Okay, it's planning, process, discovery. And this card, I decided to use the Muse because I actually got word from Spirit that's saying you're losing a lot of potential for this deck. There's a lot of imagery and I could get a lot of intuitive hits. So they told me to really, really start working with this deck. So Jane listens. And absolutely. So I said I would pick the card with you guys, but they asked me to pick the card ahead of time and really meditate, or at least really look at the picture and see what I could see. Even though this seems like a very kind of plain Jane, I like saying that, plain Jane, yeah, kind of image, there's a lot here. And a lot came through as soon as I saw it. First of all, this time that you are doing right now, preparing, okay, because this is all about preparation of shining our best light and being the very best Pisces we can be for ourselves, and not just for everybody else, but for ourselves, for what's coming, what we can create and bring forward into our lives, all the great stuff. So this is really the time of looking, okay, ahead. And you see a lot of the same, but part of this image is saying, look further. Okay, look further down the line, see what nobody else is seeing. And on first glance, it may look like the sands are pretty much the same, but if you see, there's directions pointing to different directions. So you're getting a lay of the land. You're really looking at what's around you and what's being indicated to you. Okay, behind it seems like there's a setting light. It feels like the setting sun kind of light in the background. So whatever's going on in the world, well, that's kind of setting in the background, like the setting sun. Okay, the day is ending, that era is ending, so it's time to look forward, it's time to look ahead. You're like the pioneer, Pisces, not just for you. You may be doing it just for you, but trust me, it's going to be for everybody in the long run. And I feel that this is two of inspiration is perfect instead of saying wands, because we're actually getting inspired to be the very best that we can be, to find the path that we need to go on, the one that'll best suit us and help the world and everybody around us, okay? Because believe it or not, the path that you're creating and the things that you're doing for you, even if it's like opening an organic store of food, you're helping people heal their bodies. That has such a great, it has such intense ramifications, okay, of doing something as it feels maybe simple, but very important. Yoga, stretching the muscles, letting the body work within itself to stay pliable and healthy longer. Anything, it could be big or small. If it has a positive impact on the world, you are contributing, and this is where we are at. We're seeing how can we do this better than what it's been, okay? How do we stop putting plastic and process stuff in a body that has such wonderful nutrients and proteins around it just in nature? How do we fix that? Okay, how do we help the planet help herself? How do we become I was going to say garden keepers, that's what they're bringing forward, but how do we become the gardeners of the planet, okay, to help itself? We don't have to do that much. The planet already does a lot for itself. So that card, even though it's so simple, it speaks, as I said, volumes, okay? There's so much that came through. And this is you, Pisces, in this portal, this beautiful portal. You've opened a door, you've opened a crack, and you're going, I can see that things are about to change. So this is what you're doing right now, okay? Oh, okay, so if you came out, We have again the Four of Inspirations, which I love. This is like to build stability, to build a table, to build a tribe, to build strings. The strings are coming down. They're attached to the people. Very much bringing in that vibe that I always feel about spirit being attached to us. I said that in a live stream. There's a big source and we're all attached by strings, all individually but the same. And you can see that because there's like a little string of lights there, like a little party string of lights attaching all of the strings together. I really like that very, very much. And they're all in meditation. And it feels like they're at the base of the tower that's broken off. Look at that. Okay? They're so right. I should never, I don't question spirit, but they tell me you're missing potential on something, and I go, okay, Jane, listen. Okay, so if you look at this, you see it, but you're floating, you're up in the air, okay? And again, you're seeing that color of the setting sun. Look, it's back here. You're moving upwards. So this is what this is going to offer. It's going to offer so much more, and it's going to build on. You start with a 2, you're going into a 4. It's building into something bigger and better for you, Pisces. Okay? Yeah, I have the 9 of materials, but it's inverted. The thing about it is it's going to bring material things to you, and that's great, okay? It's going to bring you like abundance for your own personal self, but it's what I was saying. You're doing it for you, but it's going to affect everybody around you, okay? It's the inverted way of showing it is just showing me that it's going to have this you're not going to see. You're going to feel it for yourself, but it's going to be like a ripple in a pond. And if you see that, I know it's sand, but it's almost like there are ripples here. The ripples that are going to be going out, they're going to affect everybody around. This abundance is, it may have been the 9s. Here we go. I'm going to stop for a minute, Jane. Think, speak. Okay, great. The 9s are about self. The 10s are about community. Okay, so this is a 9. You may be thinking that you're doing it for your own self. You know, going, I deserve this. I'm validating. I've worked hard. This is my earned rewards. But it being inverted is telling me that it's going to be more like a 10 and you're just not knowing it, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you look at it as well as you're seeing the abundance coming down with the flowers, but let me look at it. You have a beautiful spiral. Again, like the ripple effect, like that, you know, spreading out. And also it almost looks like it's like little windows being formed, okay? Little windows where the light can come in, where there's darkness. It's so profound, and you're leading the change. This dress is made of that circular window pattern, okay? So you're leading it the way by doing what you're doing. It's gorgeous. I'm going to leave it inverted. You have the Justice card. The Justice card. Yeah, it's got the black cube and the white cube. It's got the moon in the background. It's got a duality, okay? This is like seeing all the ways. And this is the darkness, and I feel like the head is coming out of that. It split up the dark. So here you have, what am I looking at here? It almost feels like flowers. Flowers dropping. But the flowers are like a dark orange. I just feel that it's a late bloom. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. There's a late bloom, and the light is coming out. It's like it's splitting up, and now the darkness is being dispelled. The light is coming out, and things are going to strike a better balance for you. You're going to see the roads up ahead. You've picked the right road. You see there's a figure going into more of a light road, and then there's the dark road here. I feel that you can tell the difference. You're choosing the light, and I feel that's very important. You are seeing the difference, and you're feeling the balance of it, okay? You've been in the dark, you're going in the light, and that's all about the balance, the fairness. You're going from one side of it to the other. So I like that very much. I feel that this reading is also showing you the two sides. You have 2 of inspiration and you got 11, which is 1, 1. 1, 1 is 2, okay? So it's showing you both sides of the coin if you want. You've seen how it's been. You're going to see how it is. You're choosing the light. You're choosing to see, oh, look, it's bright, it's light, there's something else. The sun's setting back here. Same here. Okay, all the darker colors, the setting sun colors, those dark oranges of something setting and something new beginning. And I feel that is what Spirit really wants to talk about here. Okay? You're heading in that direction. And that's what you should be focusing on as well. There it goes. It's gone. This card is gone. Let's see. And it's the wheel. Right. So the wheel always speaks of cycles. And it's the same figure at different spots of the cycle, if you see. Okay. Different phases of the moon as well. Okay. So it's saying that you're going to go through different phases. We all have. We all do. All the time. Sometimes we're in the darker, sometimes we're in the brighter, but again, we have those oranges at the bottom. Okay? Yeah. And she's kind of like resting at the bottom. Yeah. So, the only thing I'm getting in the middle, there's nice blue, which indicates the ocean in which we are part of, Pisces, just being of that cups, the emotions, the deep blue sea. We are of that wheel of emotion, that wheel of love, that wheel of knowledge. We are definitely going through all the phases of it, is what I'm feeling here. But we're really taking a moment to figure it out. I mean, if you see her legs are crossed or she's like laying down with her feet up on the wall, and then we're kind of going down on our haunches to look. I think we're really taking the time. The picture gives me the feeling like we're taking the time to really slow down and look at things through a different perspective, which makes all the sense in the world, Pisces, because if we are adaptable at seeing different perspectives, we are definitely designed to do it. We can see things that others do not. We can even speak it. I've done it in my life where I've spoken to people and said, did you notice that? And they go, no, I didn't, but now I do. It's like, aha. So don't be surprised if that happens to you, if that's the kind of person you've been. That's normal. Okay, that's really normal. But this is normal. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is major arcana. It's 10. It's a completion. It's something that we do, we're good at. We have the Emperor card. We have stability, the mountains. Let me take a look here. Again, with that dark, those dark reds of the sun setting. They keep bringing it in because they're saying that this time is setting. It's done. It's over with. We're going into something brand new, a different walk of life. And the way that she's holding up her arms, it's almost like she's like, this looks like an orchestra. It looks like the Northern Lights. It looks like a wave, and you know, those beautiful waves of music and leading an orchestra. And I do feel that's what people are noticing. They may be like little dark figures in the background right now, okay? And I feel like they're just standing there in curiosity of going, what is that? What's going on there? But you're definitely, I feel like you know that you're leading this out of the darkness, out of the setting set into a new day, okay? And you represent stability. You're going to represent stability to people in a world where they're not going to feel very stable anymore, okay? If you guys like starting different new things in your life to bring forward to people, they're going to look at you as like the pioneers of how have you like maneuvered in this time, okay? In this time of like nothing makes sense anymore and everything's changing. You're just going to go, follow your inner guidance. You know, you shake your own tail feather, okay? Make your life of it what you want. Do not, you know, don't let society dictate anymore how bright your light is going to shine. Do that yourself, okay? So yeah, this is kind of profound, but this is the beginning, okay? So this is this reading is a little, it's not hard for me to talk about it. It's just that it talks about being pioneers. It's about being on the leading edge of change. And when you're such a person, you have to be careful as well. Okay, what I'm getting is you have to be careful of who follows you and what you're putting out there as well. Okay, I'm going to give you some, like, I guess, I don't know if it's pro tips. I don't think it's pro tips, but let's just take it this way. Okay, don't talk about things you do not know. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to be forever learning. It's okay to direct people to people who do know, or direct yourself to people who do know. It's okay to say, I don't have that answer, but I'm going to look for an answer, and why don't you come with me? That's okay. Talk of the things that you are sure of, things that feel good, things that come from your center, your core. Ulterior motives will be discovered. So I would be as authentic as I can be, because the power that was once in place that could be hidden very easily won't be as easy to hide anymore. As much as I feel that there's going to be too much light in all the corners now that it's going to be very hard to hide. Like, less than honorable, I don't know, things. Okay. The very least you can be is upfront about everything you do. Okay. No, that's too many. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, there's a Seven of Voices, and that's what I was feeling. The Seven of Swords is deception and negative people. Okay. Yeah, people who are negative, people who try to steal stuff, people who are always trying to put you through mental tests, manipulation. It's going to be really hard for them to be part of this new movement that we're going into. Because when they do things, if they do things and they're not on the up and up, they're going to be asked to explain. They're going to be asked to shed light on the situation, and it better have, like, good reasons for, because it will, the door will shut. See, the card wanted to leave because out of fear. It's, you know, like, I'm going to leave now because they're going to say, ooh, this is a different spot, this is a different place. And even the ones who shed light on something but have ulterior motives, you know, I'm going to give you an example, because sometimes I say this and people go, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's say a news story comes out, and then another news company divulges that news company was wrong, but this news company is also divulging, like, something to manipulate it. It's not going to be so easy anymore. It's just not going to be that easy to do. I don't know exactly how they're going to fix this, because I look and I just don't listen to anything anymore, but they're going to need to put their money where their mouth is. That's just a saying. They're going to need to come up with, you know, irrefutable proof to everything that they say, because it's gone out of control. Okay? And nothing that they're doing or saying is reliable. Okay? So it's very strong, this deceptive card. This is a new way of going, and that deception, it's going to be a little bit harder for them now. Like I said, the light's going to be shining in the corners. You can't hide any cockroaches or bad stuff anymore. You can't make the middle look good and the side look like a dump. It's just not going to fly. Okay, it's just not going to fly. You can't hide the dirty laundry anymore. He just can't do it. I don't exactly know how they're going to do that. I mean, between you and me, Pisces, we have a world filled with that right now. So, hey, I will be looking forward to that happening, but I'm not entirely sure, okay? I'll trust what they say, okay? But deception, yeah. So, this is not for right away, of course. You know, things, things are slow to change, and it's brutal when it does, right? You got the 5 of emotions here. Ooh, and you've got the 2 of emotions. So I feel like this is where we're going to go, but this is what's going to feel like first. So we're still in it, okay? But it's nice to know that this is going to come in line. We're going to come in line. You know, we're going to have some harmony, some emotional go with the flow. But I feel that that's what they want you to really focus on as well, Pisces. Focus on this. And when things do happen, okay, when the world goes a little bit on the, you know, you see this little bit of uproar here, and you're faced with like huge icicles that might come down and cause damage. Remember that change is always uncomfortable sometimes, but it's needed, especially if there's something really out of balance. Okay, this needs to be fixed. It needs to be put back in balance, because it's not in balance. Usually in the normal 5 of Cups, you have the 3 cups that are down and the 2 cups that are up. So we've got to rebuild that balance, and we've got to build on the 2 cups that are left, because those are the quality ones. Those are the ones we can save. The rest of it needed to be just, you know, put away, left away. If you look at her face, I've noticed that she has a tear. Okay. So this is just to indicate that you, as you are observing, and she's holding the moon. Notice that, you guys? The moon is like, it's our thing, right? As Pisces. So as the one who holds the emotions of the world, you're going to feel these waves. See these waves? And it's not always going to be fun, but it is needed, okay? So this isn't a downer. It really isn't. It started out as the 2 of inspirations. This is you taking a good long look and seeing what's on the horizon, what's coming in, Pisces. I'm going to let Spirit come in and talk a little more about that in a little bit, okay? So the muse of inspiration, which is the King of Wands, okay, underneath the deck. I'm going to talk a little more about that this afternoon in the extended. So if you've liked these videos, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell to all, and yeah, we're going to talk some more, okay? We're going to talk how we can navigate through these changes, and, you know, how joyful it's going to be to get rid of all these negative you know, unbalanced emotional energies and manipulations that are going to be, you know, a lot harder to manifest on a planet that's vibing a lot higher. All right, Pisces, a lot of love, light, and blessings, and I will see you later. Take care.